I'm Dr. Bob, and welcome back to the Better Brain Academy. Thanks for all of your questions, wanting even more clarity on some things. I've attached a longer handout on the 8 different types of things you might want to add to your diet for the production of glutathione. Now, I mentioned glutathione in the cell toxicity video, and glutathione is the granddaddy of all antioxidants. It is made in the cell. It is made up from 3 different amino acids. Now I'm going to back up a little bit and then we'll talk a little bit about glutathione, because it is something that you get it and you can make it from your food. You can supplement it, but it's always best to get it from its natural form. And in the handout, make sure that you read through that. It talks a little bit more about each one of these things, and there's 8 different levels of types of food that you want to make sure that you have better glutathione production within the cell. So if you look at foods that you ingest, the things that produce calories or give you energy are either proteins, carbohydrates, or fats. So you have proteins, fats, and carbohydrates here on. So the carbohydrates are your sugars. Your sugars will do one of a couple things. They'll actually go down to produce glycogen, which is our stored sugar in our muscles and our liver, or it's stored as fat. So the higher your sugar is, and you don't have the production to actually get it into the cells, and it creates this palmitic acid, which turns to fat, which creates more toxicity. So we want to make sure that we're lowering our sugar and increasing our good fats. The fats themselves are broken down into fatty acids, and those can actually be stored in the body also. Many years ago, it was very popular to have a fat-free diet. Well, what they found is a lot of these problems have come about because we're not getting enough fat. Our brain is 60% fat, and we want to make sure that we get that in our diet. So cutting out all fat is not actually good for your overall brain health. There's certain types of fats that are good and certain types of fats that are bad. Your essential fatty acids, like we've talked about, are very important because they help kind of stave off some of the bad fats. The other thing that's important in looking at that is our proteins. And glutathione is actually 3 different types of amino acids or proteins. So proteins are broken down into amino acids. Some of those are essential, meaning we need it in our diet. Some of them we can actually produce. But if we get some of these things in our diet, these amino acids, then our body can make enough of the glutathione. Glutathione is something that is the buzzword in healthcare these days. Like I say, every company out there wants to add it to their supplements, but I'm telling you that there's a list of foods that you can eat to increase the glutathione production within your body naturally, which gives you more longevity, and one of the best things for reducing neurological problems in the future. So you want to protect your brain, make sure that you're eating the types of foods in this handout that I have that will help your glutathione production. This is just answering some of the questions. One other one that we had was on our hunger centers. And so if we eat a lot of sugars, what it does, it suppresses the leptin, which is it's actually a hormone in the body that goes up to the brain and tells your brain that you're full. So if you're eating a lot of sugars, you may have this temporary satisfaction, but then you want more and more and more. The fake sugars are even worse because it doesn't affect that, and you even eat more and more and more, and so then you start to store more belly fat, and you also start to create more blood sugar problems. So the leptin actually suppresses that. The more you can help with that is your essential fatty acids and getting good quality amino acids and proteins. So your proteins, your carbohydrates, and your fats are your 3 macronutrients. Those are the things that give us our energy. All the vitamins, minerals, those are your micronutrients, which we're going to be going more in depth. We're just, like I say, chunking this down, making it bigger, getting it smaller. But glutathione, if you've heard this before, it is a buzzword these days, and the handout gives you a little bit better understanding of what it is and how to improve the production by your own body. Look forward to continued training, and we'll talk to you soon.